Today we're going to be talking about the cover-ups in the UK, Keir Starmer and Sadiq Khan. Think of this video as kind of a little bit of research and things that I've put together, some stuff that you may have seen, some stuff that you might not have seen, and you can use this video as a reference to basically the denial and cover-up of what's going on in this country. I expect by now most of you have seen this, but Andrew Windsor has been arrested. It doesn't say exactly why, but this is what the Prime Minister has got to say.
Anybody who has any information should testify. So whether it's Andrew or anybody else, anybody who's got relevant information should come forward to whatever the relevant body is. In this particular case, we're talking about Epstein, but there are plenty of other cases. It is anybody who's got information relating to any aspect of violence against women and girls has, in my view, a duty to come forward, whoever they are.
Girls have been coming forward to the Conservatives and to Labour government, and you've completely ignored them. You went on to appoint Peter Mandelson, who was linked to Jeffrey Epstein. I don't see him being arrested. Jess Phillips met my girls for half an hour. Alison, half an hour. Not a single thing since. And we all know where this led to with Rhiannon White. Listen to this.
I'd been at the police station the day before with the police. I'd had to do something regarding Rhiannon. The day after, Alex, Cara and Emma drove up to Birmingham to meet Jess Phillips. Now, I forgot about this till the girls told me. She met my girls for half an hour. Alison, half an hour, promised femicide, promised to, do everything in Rhiannon's name. Not a single thing since. Alex reached out to her twice after, nothing. Our local MP, Matt Weston, reached out to him, nothing. But he emailed my niece, rabbiting crap about a bench. Well, the bench is irrelevant.
He did post something, didn't he?
But now that I've started to speak out, I suddenly get an email off him. Yeah, I don't want it. I've just ignored it.
You're hearing from the horse's mouth now. They did absolutely nothing. I want to show you some evidence of stuff that's happened with Sadiq Khan over the last couple of years, going back to January of 2025, bringing it up to date and where we are today. Here's a little compilation of the denial of what's been going on in London by the mayor.
Grooming gangs, tell me about them. How many of those have we got?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question.
You, Arshid Hussain, on one occasion dragged her into the boot of a car and took her to London. You told her that you owed the people in the house, and so she had to have with two of them. She did, but after she had finished, another man appeared, and she had with him too. She performed on a further two men.
What does she mean by that? Can she be clear what she means by that? I'm not clear what she means.
And that's the Mayor of London, denying what's been going on for years. And God bless her heart, Susan Hall has had to listen to this.
I asked you this question last week and you found every which way but not to answer it. Just how many grooming gangs have we got in London?
Avoiding a misunderstanding, can she define what she means by that?
Yes. If you look at what's gone on in Rotherham, where there are people taking young girls, grooming them for sex, that is what I'm talking about.
We know in London there are issues about exploitation of young people, but they're not as defined by the member in her definition.
So he's denying that it's going on. This is the kind of corrupt nonsense and scum we've got in power. Mayor has been accused over grooming gangs cover-up in the capital. And what's been done since then? Absolutely nothing. I think people should listen to this because it pieces everything together.
Well, it sounds like they've got quite a bit of evidence at the Daily Express. So of course, we haven't heard from Mayor Khan yet, but I think that this is quite damning what we are hearing in this article. They've got documents there showing that he personally responded, apparently, to reports of there being potential grooming gang victims in London. And then he said there is no indication. And we've spoken about, there's that clip of Susan Hall questioning him on grooming gangs, and very arrogantly he just dodges the question and says, "Oh, can you define that? I'm not sure what you mean by that." I mean, the man is so arrogant and so in denial about the problems in this capital city. We see it with knife crime, and now it looks like we're seeing it with the grooming gangs as well.
We've seen it time and time again from this government, with Keir Starmer stating that people will feel the full force of the law if there is any wrongdoing. Well, he hired Peter Mandelson. Epstein files, no arrest. Grooming gang scandal, No arrests. What the heck is going on? Again, more up to date. This is coming up to October of 2025. The wonderful Sammy Woodhouse says the Met Police having 9,000 grooming gangs cases to reassess. Sadiq Khan should be facing criminal charges. How is he still the Mayor of London and not behind bars?
Police officer accused of being involved in a London paedophile ring or grooming gang. There were 2 complaints made against a custody sergeant back in 2012. This was elevated or escalated to Detective Chief Inspector level. I understand you've been made aware of this. Did you know about this at the time, this case?
I know hundreds of cases. I don't know if I knew about it at the time. But that case was investigated there, and what we're doing now is we're, as part of our reviews of all the grooming cases, we're sort of reviewing that case. Were there any missed opportunities? Is there anything that was flawed in the investigation, or was it done completely properly?
But you were Assistant Commissioner for Specialist Crime at this time, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
So did you know about the case?
We have hundreds of thousands of cases. I literally can't remember.
But if you knew about it, why wasn't it investigated? Why was he allowed to retire, the officer involved allowed to retire prior to an investigation if you knew about the case?
I don't know the answer to that question.
So everyone in power doesn't know the answer to any questions. Everyone in power doesn't have any data or links to anything. Oh, apparently this happened, apparently that happened. Who the hell is running the country?
Much of many prosecutions happened in London. But, obviously, as the police commissioner for Northumberland said, this is happening anywhere. And the only reason why it's not being found is that people aren't looking. Are you looking in London for grooming gangs in London in order to prosecute people? Because if it's going on in cities like Oxford and Bristol and Peterborough and Aylesbury, smaller places, it's surely going on in London as well on a large scale.
Can I just be clear, Chair? Is the inference that because of my faith or my ethnic origin, I'm not seeking to follow these crimes?
No, I'm asking you because you're the Police and Crime Commissioner.
Assembly Member Curtin, I think you're pretty much drifting now onto drifting off the subject itself. So can I just ask you to stick to the topic and ask a relevant question, please?
Well, Chair, I mean, I was originally asking about Black Lives Matter, and then the Mayor started talking about slavery, and the questioning has developed.
Yeah, but you're still going off the tangent now.
So hang on, so it was completely brushed aside, and he was talking about his faith. Are you doing this because of my faith? No, you're the Mayor of London. Have I heard this wrong? Wait a second. So he was asked this 6 years ago. 6 years ago, and he's just completely brushed it aside. And then last year, 2025, is when Susan Hall was speaking to him in the London Assembly Town Hall meetings, and he denied it then. This is absolutely insane.
Can I just be clear, Chair? Is the inference that because of my faith or my ethnic origin, I'm not seeking to follow these crimes?
No. I'm asking you because you're the Police and Crime Commissioner.
So he tried to play. So he's tried to play the guilt card. Are you saying because of my ethnicity? And it's a black man speaking to him, and he's still playing the race card, and he's still trying to bring in, is it because I'm Muslim? You can't say anything because it might be offending someone. And you've got the Labour government currently going through to implement an Islamophobia law. So that's going to make it even harder to find out these things. Who the hell are they protecting? Because it certainly ain't British people. I can't believe what I've just watched. The
programme has been told that grooming gangs are operating in London and the situation is more catastrophic than anywhere else in the country. The recent KC review revealed that the Met Police are investigating cases of children in London being criminally and sexually exploited, and there is a mismatch between the ways the Met and London's local authorities recalled child abuse data.
Sammy Woodhouse says children and women in London are being groomed into trading weapons, stealing phones and dealing drugs by groups of men. Some are being sexually assaulted as payment for unpaid drug debts. Does any of this make your blood boil yet? Because it certainly does with me.
Sometimes they just said, oh, you're a nice young white girl, and they just give us drink, give us drugs. Next thing I know, I'd just be in the bedroom with one of them, then I'd come out, could be another one.
Within the gang world, girls cannot say no to sex. So there is exploitation. So the girls are exploited to carry drugs, and within that gang world, the girls are at the lowest rung and they have to do as they're told, and that includes sexually.
I want to remind you exactly what Keir Starmer said today.
Anybody who's got relevant information should come forward to whatever the relevant body is. In this particular case, We're talking about Epstein, but there are plenty of other cases. It is anybody who's got information relating to any aspect of violence against women and girls has, in my view, a duty to come forward.
If we just move on to the lamentable Sadiq Khan for a moment, what he has proven here is that he is, number one, either a liar, or number two, he is ignorant of the blatantly obvious. On either case, Sir Sadiq Khan is fundamentally unfit to hold high office of any description whatsoever.
Why would anyone come forward? You completely ignored Rhiannon's family. You've completely ignored victims of grooming gang inquiries. And you've got a mayor of London who's denied it for the last 6 years of what we've just seen, that it even exists. Then you've hired Peter Mandelson, who's linked to Epstein. Then you had to fire someone who was a sex deviant just last week. And now you've just appointed someone who's friends or has links to Weinstein. I can't even keep up with it. I can't keep up with it. I'm going to go and make myself a nice hot cup of tea and dilute what we've just seen before my head explodes. I'll see you guys next time.